My older sister died from cancer this morning and I'm struggling. Hello, my name is Lauren. I'm 22 years old. 2 days ago my older sister Haley died. She was 26 years old. She had brain cancer and by the time she was diagnosed there was no point in treatment. It was already too late and she was given about 5 months to live at the most. She passed in 3. She was put on hospice and she was at home the whole time. She had been going downhill fast for the last 2 weeks, and when the hospice nurse left on Thursday she told us my sister didn't have much longer. The hospice nurse came early Friday morning at around 6 a.m. as usual and said my sister probably wouldn't make it through the day. My sister died at about 8 a.m. Friday morning. My sister and I were extremely close. She was my person. This hurts bad. I've kinda been a zombie over the last 48 hours and I haven't really slept much at all. I just don't know what I'm supposed to do now. I'm lost. I just wish I could hear my sister's voice one more time or feel her hand on my shoulder. My sister was a big goofball and I wish I could hear her laugh just one more time. She was always my rock ever since we were kids and she was always so kind to me. My father took off when she was 5 and I was just a baby. My older sister was like my second mom. I knew I could always turn to her with anything. We would sit on the back porch and talk for hours. I'm trying to hold it together as best I can for my mother's sake, but I'm struggling. Any advice would be appreciated and thanks in advance. Sorry for your loss. Hopefully she is now at peace. Seek out support. Check with hospice if they know counselors who have experience with death who can help you. Going through something similar. My younger brother just died from liver failure. It's tough losing a sibling. I don't know if I have much good advice to give, but I empathize with your hurt. I'm so very sorry. Lauren, to the best of your ability, try to focus on keeping up with your physical needs. Sleep, hygiene, nourishment, hydration, etc. Working through the initial stages of such profound grief can make it easy to let those things slip. And when the physical body isn't taken care of, it will only add to the emotional and mental strain you're already experiencing. And feel your feelings. I'll reiterate what someone else said about asking the hospice staff if they know of any resources for you and your mom. There are bound to be grief groups or grief counselors somewhere in your area. Or, if you're not already seeing one, seek out a therapist and help your mom to do the same. There is no right or wrong way to grieve. Allow it to happen. Ride the waves. Celebrate Haley's life as much as possible and remember the joy and love she exuded in her time here. Good luck, White Heart. I'm so sorry for your loss. I can't imagine what you're going through. There's no real roadmap for grief. But I will say that I don't think you should put pressure on yourself to hold it together for your mother's sake. You're going through something devastating that no one can reasonably be expected to put on a stoic act during, especially for someone so young. And it's okay to fall apart. In situations like this, there's not always designated strong one, and you and your mom should lean on each other rather than her only leaning on you. Sometimes when people try to shove down their grief and pretend to other people that they're okay, they end up resorting to unhealthy coping mechanisms. An extra glass of wine one day eventually turns into a bottle a day, etc. That only end up making things worse. My heart breaks for you. I do believe you will meet again. I would recommend writing down the good memories and honoring her as you can. It will give you focus for now. My older sister passed away from cancer a little over a year ago. She went into hospice care and they offer a ton of resources for family. Definitely seek out therapy, but do it when you're ready. It took me a few months to feel ready to talk about it, but I can definitely manage much better now. Every now and again I'll see something that I would have sent to her and go to text her and forget. That I can't. Grief never completely goes away. But with time you'll come to terms and realize that it was unfortunately something that no one had any control over. My sister fought for over 2 years. But treatments and surgeries weren't effective for it at all. So she made the decision to go into hospice and was gone within a week and a half. It definitely brings me comfort knowing that she no longer is suffering and no longer has to live with poor quality of life. I lost my brother a little over a month ago to ALS, so I'm really not sure how much help I can be. I still have moments that a random thought goes through my head and I start to cry. Crying is good. Let them flow. Something that's helped me is I've texted him a couple times. I know I won't receive a reply, but it's almost like I'm talking to him again. Someone suggested seeking out support. I absolutely agree. I've attended support groups in the past, other situations, and found that they help immensely. My condolences on your loss. My best friend is going through this. Her younger sister has brain cancer and not much more time. Lean hard on the people you love and who love you. Grieve any way you feel you should. Start by getting through an hour, then by getting to the next day. Small goals. Be kind to yourself. Besides time, nothing is going to help right now. Remind yourself to drink water often. You will be dehydrated. Get a notebook and when a memory comes up, jot it down. When you feel stronger, you can revisit all your memories. You are not alone. You will get through this. She is and will continue to be proud of you. Sending you love. Live your life that way. She will be proud of you. This is more for down the road, but it might be good to reach out to her friends to talk and share memories, stories about her. Hearing those things about a loved one that's passed on feels like getting little pieces of them back to me. I am sorry for your loss. Please don't suppress your pain. Your mother is probably trying the same. It could be the best if both of you share each other's pain. I'm so sorry, Lauren. I'm so sorry for your loss. You will struggle for a while and that's okay. You don't bounce back in 3 hours after someone you love dies. Taking the time and space to grieve is okay. Read her letter when you feel up to it, but most importantly, be kind to yourself during this time. It sounds like you had a wonderful relationship and I'm so sorry she's gone. I am so sorry. My heart is broken for you. Take all the time you need to feel this. She deserves it. Grief is just love with no place to go. You should reach out to someone you trust to help take care of you and check in on you. And take all the help you get. Food, cleaning, errand running. Allow yourself the time to be a mess. But don't get lost in it. Also, finding a support group will be great for you. If you're spiritual or religious, building an altar to her with some candles, pictures, a few of her things is also great, so you still have a space to sit and talk with her. I am so sorry again. Your sister sounds like a beautiful person, and although I know it's hard to see any silver lining in this, she is free now, and she will always be there with you. I lost my dad to cancer this year. I am so sorry for your loss. It's not easy at all. Take all the time you need to grieve. Don't let anyone tell you how you should feel. I know for me it was frustrating and confusing to hear things like, he's in a better place, or it's been X amount of time. You should move on. You're starting an entirely new journey, and some days it doesn't feel real. There will be blips of moments where you feel normal, followed by guilt for feeling that way, and then more grief. Some days it will feel like it's day one all over again. It's incredibly confusing sometimes. When you feel your worst, just take it day by day, hour by hour, if you must seek comfort in those who loved her just as much and in your friends. I am so sorry. My mom died of brain cancer almost 10 years ago. She'll be up there in heaven having coffee with your sister now, showing her around her new place. This is something we say in my family when someone passes. Our mom was the most loving person you can imagine. And it's just a matter of course that she will continue welcoming people and making them feel at home where she is now. I'm so sorry. I lost my little brother last Christmas. I'm sorry. Big hugs up. I'm very sorry for your loss. I know no words can ease your pain and grief. My inbox is open if you need to vent or a friendly ear to listen and sit with you. Bouquet. Oh, so many hugs. I am so sorry for your loss. When you dream about her, she is with you. When you remember the good times, she is with you. When you think about her, she is with you. I am so very, very sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss. She clearly was a beautiful light to you and you to her. I would suggest, honestly, you can turn off your phone, laptop and the news. Take either time off of work, school, or ask for a lighter load. Push off deadlines if at all possible. Or don't if you need the distraction to keep you afloat. Indulge in your favorite comforts. Movies, TV, books, music, long walks, food, etc. Allow yourself to cry at sad movies. Laugh at comedies. Or laugh at sad movies and cry at comedies. Lean on your village. Order food if you don't have it in you to cook. Cook if that's your passion. Laugh and cry on your and her friends and family you're close to. Reminisce about her, keeping her memory alive. Think about mourning, death rituals that will be meaningful for you and or her. Now is the time to feel. And allow yourself to think and talk and do things that make you temporarily forget about her and your grief and or be happy. It will happen and it does not mean you're a terrible person. Your life is a box. And this grief is a box inside that box. And it's occupying a large portion of it. And as life continues, the bigger box gets bigger. And that grief, it doesn't change in size. It's still there, but there's just more room in your life. Other aspects of it. For me, my grief was like a tsunami. One I learned to surf or swim through after a while, and almost a decade later. The shockwaves still come, but with less frequency and power, or maybe I'm more experienced. But it's still either way. Not a day goes by that I don't think of her. Sometimes it's happy, sometimes it's sad. Most of the time it's both. She is everything to me and very few others. And that's okay. You were loved by her. And she has loved by you. She is loved by you. And that's a beautiful thing.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.